Just unraveling my PS4 controller. We'll begin. Definitely wanted to finish this tonight because we have tomorrow to see what I'm gonna play next. The combat strategy for this game, we'll see in a moment. We are ready for Secretary's Revenge. About time. Jay plays versus the Beatles. I wish. I'd show those Beatle boys what for, I tell you what. Alright. Let's see. Blah blah. John Port. George Ringo Fuse. I mean, that is one of the urban legends that the John, Paul, and George and Ringo that we know and love were fake, and that the real ones actually fused behind the scenes one day.
How are you holding up?
Huh. Come to pick on me?
Yup.
I wanted off that train. But walking all the way?
Where are we right
This is
now?
more exercise than I've done in years. Honestly, I'm more worried about BB. She's not taking this well.
I could talk to her.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, where are we? That's what I want to know.
What is this place?
Fixer told me about it once.
Oh my God. You showed him, Kiko? Could he even comprehend what he was looking at? Scary. I don't know what you're talking about, J7, but I mean, would a meatball meteor really be that bad if you think about it? That's like free food for millions of people.
Said she found it while she was on the run, hiding on the tracks. Don't know much else.
The Jows, Chris, and the others. Are they meeting us here?
So we don't even know what this place is. It's just a random place they found. Right?
They better be. I'm not walking another step on those tracks.
Are you doing okay?
Me? I thought I would be relieved that we don't have to take care of her anymore. That her suffering
This
is
is
over.
too real. Kiko, you should have told him that you found this like unreleased footage of the Beatles backstage.
Don't worry. I'll be
And then
fucked
put it
up
on like a
later.
grainy VHS tape.
Just wait and see.
I'm here, if you need me.
Well, after everything Watcher told you, do you think she was at peace?
Yes.
She did her part. She knew that.
Good. It's time to do ours. You go on ahead. I need to catch my breath.
I still don't even know where we're going right now. EBH. There's BB Fire.
BB.
Hmm?
I'm here, if you need me.
She's the only one carrying luggage? Oh no, she has one piece of luggage too. I'd be really concerned if this game had body pillows. I feel like that's not really. Okay. Well, where am I supposed to go? Oh. I could have sworn I tried going up these. Whoa.
Oh. Bodies. Hello.
Wonder how that happened. They probably all tripped at the same time.
Good. You're here. We've got a couple things to do before everyone gets here.
What is all this?
This? This is a tomb.
I guess you didn't bury all of them.
Yeah. Mom was never great with the details.
I guess not.
Secretary, I've brought up the CCTV database.
I see it.
You can?
It's all electricity.
Manifest the database. I want you and Blue to comb the records.
Understood.
If everything Watcher said is true... Anyways, just do it, okay?
What am I looking for?
I'm sure one of these dead assholes had full access. Find out which one and tell Healer. I'll get things ready here.
Blue.
So we're looking
The
through
records
dead
will appear
bodies
as time indexes for your
access?
viewing pleasure. This is a difficult operation. I will need to borrow your memory to cache the representations. Please witness them so I can further translate the other data.
Congratulations. You've got new colors.
What the heck? How'd she get
Counting the
here?
ghosts.
Something like that.
Well, don't slow down for me. You've got a function to perform. Tell me which body, and I'll show you some magic.
You're more dangerous than you let on, aren't you?
Oh, flattery at this hour? I like it.
What's in the box?
You'll see.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Not letting me talk to this dead body.
Baby, what are you doing?
Keeping a light on. This way, Watcher can see where we are and find us. I don't want her to be lost.
A little concerning. I don't understand how we're supposed to interact with the bodies, though. Not giving us that option. Is it just when I find the right body, then it will become interactable? None of these bodies are giving me the option. Consider all the verbs you have in this game. I have no idea what you're talking about. Is there another, like, action that I can do that I forgot about? I just remembered the interact button. All I remember is the interact button. There's something else I can do, I do not recall, but apparently everyone acts like I do know what I'm doing.
It's hard to believe this place exists. I guess they were ready to settle in for a long time.
Oh, I forgot about that. How do we do that? Okay, I see. Well, that's funny because it still doesn't want to let me talk to it. The green one?
They're not saying it, but Central has calculated our chances. It's a damn lottery. Why do you think they're 50? They're hedging their bets.
It can't be that bad.
Well, you heard. They sent some craft into orbit. Bad news up there, too. Only way is down.
You seem very fond of her. Well, she's a fine subject. You know, that radiant skin and hair that comes with youth. But will she cooperate? It'll take a bit of persuasion. Your forte. Exactly. You remember.
Girl, I'm always trying to forget.
I don't.
All
What
systems are green.
information?
Excellent. We will see the sky again.
Yes, sir. I have no doubt.
You have a military background?
I do, sir.
Where were you stationed?
Edmonton, Canada.
A great tragedy. I'm sorry. I had friends from Edmonton.
A necessary sacrifice, they tell me.
Yes. More to come in a minute. Let's not delay.
Yes, sir.
Well, if he's a sir, then he must have the authority, right? But it's not like we know which body.
Hey, you check out those theme parks they built for us?
The city simulacra?
All Pacific themed. An Asian one, a Cascadia one. There's even a fake suburb.
Why would they do that?
They're afraid we'll go crazy.
And this is their solution?
Don't knock it till you try it. I have fun.
Maybe you've already gone crazy.
Maybe I showed up on this ship crazy.
Convenient.
Take a visit sometime. It'll remind you of home.
I don't need to be reminded.
You have a theme park? I want to go to the theme park. Unless the place you start off as is blue is considered part of the theme park.
I'm not good with enclosed spaces.
You're telling me this now?
Come on. We all had to cheat, lie, and steal our way onto this ship. What? You didn't lie? Jasper, I can smell the booze off you.
Shh. It just helps me focus. You won't tell anyone.
So long as you share.
I think you're gonna run out of booze eventually. Doesn't look like there's anyone else to talk to up here. Maybe... Wait, why do we suddenly have two? We didn't have two. Or did we? That happened.
Pacific 50 to Central 1. Reporting in. Ready on your mark.
Pacific 50, please respond. Central 1 to Pacific 50. Message received. Incoming video transmission.
Standing by.
Johnson, putting on a little weight, are you?
Any updates?
You're not gonna like it.
Tell me anyway.
Those sick fuckers love suffering so much? Well, we're gonna put on the best show they've ever seen. 5 simultaneous, consistent shellings of our remaining most populated areas. We've already notified the cities. Good lead, I'd say. People are running, sheltering, hiding, you name it. We'll prolong it as long as we can, make good cover for our descent.
Will it work?
I swear, Peace to honey. These monsters. They're already making their way there.
And the cities? Their names?
If you really need to know. What's left of Seattle, LA, New York, Toronto, Houston, the big ones, Johnson. The rest of the world is doing the same.
We'll have a memorial.
I don't
I
get.
wouldn't if I were you. Think happy thoughts. Don't tip your location.
I don't get it. They're blowing up the cities because that draws the occupants towards them.
Some old shit once.
But what does
called
that
us
accomplish?
The scourge of the earth. They may have been right. Let's show them what a fucking scourge can do.
The simulations were promising.
Fake numbers always look good, don't they? Fingers crossed it won't be you.
Fingers crossed.
Say hi to Mimi for me, will you? Central 1. Out.
Spin up for descent?
Yes, sir. We've been cleared for descent.
Now hear this, now hear this. This is a ship-wide transmission.
Now hear this.
Prepare for descent.
Hear ye, hear ye.
All stations secured and reporting in.
Descent.
Descending. 10 meters. 50 meters.
Called 50.
100 meters.
Surface activity?
No change detected.
50 meters.
You're just adding
200,
extra syllables.
50 meters.
That's less efficient.
Surface activity detected.
Brace. Brace. 500 meters. 600 meters, sir.
Pacific 48 has activated self-flooding. Pacific 42, 44, 45 self-flooding activated.
They're drowning themselves.
Occupants are changing trajectory.
That's 8,000 souls.
Destination reached. 1,000 meters, sir.
Communications coming in from Arctic 12, 14, descent confirmed. Atlantic 29, 26, and 21, descent confirmed. Pacific 41, descent confirmed.
And the rest?
No word yet, sir.
Central 1?
Nothing yet from Central 1.
So these are the groups trying to burrow into the earth to like protect themselves from the occupants, right?
It's been 24 hours. We can safely assume that only 7 of 50 facilities made their proper descent. We can also assume Central 1 is down.
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for Pacific 48 self-flooding, and then the others drowning like that.
Yes. It was the grueling anticipation of their own deaths that saved us.
An interesting strategy.
Those were people, Secretary.
Such trauma results in intensified memory collection. The occupants, we, must have interpreted that as an act of communication.
Mimi, the work of you and your team, please, commence immediately. We must make their sacrifices worthwhile.
Leave it to me, Johnny. I got you.
One more thing. This information stays with us. We need to keep our spirits high, lest we attract the occupants' attention. Not a single word to the rest of the crew. Do you understand? It's been 24 hours. We can safely assume...
Oh, God damn it.
Jesus.
If around.
Yeah.
And in most of the
Mimi, we must...
Leave it.
One more
Thought
thing.
I changed
Just notice. Do you
days
understand?
already.
It's been 24 hours.
Oh my God.
If it round.
Yeah.
And in most of the
Mimi, we must make their sacrifices worthwhile.
I think my controller unplugged.
Leave it to me.
One more thing. This information's not a... Do you understand?
Okay. Maybe they shouldn't let you repeat giant things of dialogue like that.
Have you seen the girl lately?
Iris?
She's got murder in her eyes. I don't blame her.
What is she going to do? She's a teenager.
You don't have any children, do you?
Did you hear? There's been a wave of, people ending it.
It's been 5 years. We're not meant to be holed in like this.
No, it's been 1 day.
There's plenty of space. They made sure of that. Buried space.
People need to touch grass.
We brought grass.
Well, glad I never have to worry about you.
I mean, he's got a point if they brought grass.
We might end up like the rest of them, buried at sea.
They're monitoring surface activity 24/7. We're gonna be okay. Leadership said, think good, happy thoughts.
Oh yeah? Is that what you're doing?
I'm thinking about the last conversation my husband and I had about fruit. We didn't know it would be our last.
Doesn't sound happy.
Well, he was good, and we were happy.
I wonder what kind of fruit they were talking about.
Any results?
The last 5 clones had some interesting outcomes.
Such as?
You think the tragic misunderstanding of the occupants is really interesting? I think it's insane. Like, how could they leap to such a conclusion? It's ridiculous, actually. My theory would be that whoever decided to do that was actually a psychotic person.
Good news. They're growing faster now, so we won't have to wait for them to get to their target age. And we can also implant knowledge, language, motor skills, and so on. They'll come out immediately more useful. Bad news? They all still succumb to the sample of the disease. Don't look so disappointed, Johnny. I won't settle for less than an exact copy.
And the child?
The backup? Just like a real human thing. Adorable. Everybody loves babies. Except for Iris. Iris is not so smitten.
I've spoken to Pacific 41. We've agreed that we will take an accelerated approach while they continue with caution.
They said they made a baby clone?
Your request for increased capacity has been approved. Don't waste it.
You know me, Johnny. I hate waiting.
Guys, I think I figured it out. I think we just have to nuke ourselves, and that'll distract the attacker, the aliens.
The faster we solve this, the faster
are you
we
sure
can
about
return
that?
to the surface.
Seems like an enormously insane leap. Nah, it's definitely
Listen
what it
to
is.
yourself.
Let's do it.
You really think you're gonna live to see this? They're already training the next generation to replace Mimi. She's got her own little academy, and they each get their own Iris. They didn't call this a generation ship for kicks. I just want to eat steak. Is that so much to ask?
It's like the guy from The Matrix. He just wanted steak.
I visited Asia Town.
It's good, right? I told you.
Yeah, it's nice. Artsy. My daughter would have loved it. It's good that she's gone. That she didn't have to see all this. It would have broken her little heart. Kids, you know?
They've got karaoke. Have you done the karaoke?
I don't sing.
That's besides the point.
Ben, you don't have to.
Come on, let's go. Make a night of it. You deserve joy. Your daughter would want that.
Karaoke is pretty fun.
Pacific 41 blinked out yesterday.
What do you mean blinked out?
Cut all communications.
What?
Shh. Keep it down.
What happened over there?
I don't know. The last transmission we received? No words. Just screaming. And then something worse. Say what you will about Iris, but at least her presence gives us hope.
Yeah, she's definitely not gonna get you all killed one.
Did you figure it out?
Not yet.
Didn't bartender give you a sense of work ethic?
Work ethic? I thought you two were close. Bartender was a model slacker, and I learned from the best.
That's not the bartender I knew. Guess she changed with age.
Don't we all?
Well, you're with me now. Get on a fixer's schedule for once, and move it.
Okay, okay. You don't have to yell.
We already talked.
If I decide to be an idiot, then I'll be an idiot on my own accord.
Enough of the Bach quotes, Johann the 50.
What do you want?
So angry. Is this about your top performer not performing?
I wasn't made for this, Mimi. I know that now.
You should step aside.
Who will take this? Who wants this? Tell me. You?
A change would be nice.
Say something useful or leave.
One of the clones has successfully entered their 3rd trimester. It's the furthest we've made it so far. It's worth celebrating.
If it fails, I don't want this branch going any further.
We've yet to try inseminating the original.
What? Iris? Out of the question.
We must exhaust all possibilities. It is our duty. To those who gave their lives.
They're trying to get the clones to have babies, but don't they have lots of other people that could have babies as well that aren't clones?
Johann, weren't you from Toronto?
I wanted to go. Bridge crew has to stay behind. You know that. Johnson got to go.
They're out of their minds, bringing Iris to the surface. Just because she asked?
It's reckless.
Wouldn't you want some fresh surface air? Feel a gust of wind? Touch some real grass, for fuck's sake?
Who says there's any grass left?
It's all because Mimi and Iris have gotten a little too close.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what that means. We've all seen them disappear together for hours.
Careful what kind of bullshit gossip you're spreading.
Shit does spread around here.
We risked everything. Gave up everything. To be here. For what?
For a goddamn clown show.
I know they're trying to reproduce the immunity, but the clones already can't. If the clones already aren't immune, what's the point of inseminating the clones to have a baby? Like, they already aren't immune, so why would their offspring? These silly soldiers. Oh, no one's up here. What did we? Oh, we got another day. I see.
She'll live.
A stab wound like that?
She has to live. This can't all be for nothing.
We have contingencies. Mimi's not the only researcher here.
Iris. That bitch needs to be put in her place.
Iris stabbed Mimi.
That's it. It's over. We're stuck down here forever. We're doomed.
Sir.
Spit it out.
It's Mimi. She's in critical condition.
What?
Iris, You better get over there.
I knew that Iris was no good. She's a troublemaker.
Some fresh air. Just some wind against my face.
Oh, God.
Amelia, no!
You could catch her. Easy peasy. Oh, she's falling off. I always thought that one number was a day. Guess not. Unless she's falling really slowly. A dead end. They're not always sequential though. There's a lot of times where like you would skip a bunch of numbers, wouldn't you?
No, 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 no.
Medic. Someone, get a medic.
Amelia, come on, stay with us. Amelia.
Return to your
Oh,
quarters.
it's a non-color one.
Please.
Have you lost your mind?
I've revoked Johnson's biometrics and assigned administrative access to my retinal scans.
Now hear this? Now hear this. All crew and personnel return to their quarters immediately and await further instructions.
Well, wait, why did they revoke
Please secure the food
Johnson's?
production.
Setting course to the last known position of Pacific 41.
We're getting a transmission from Pod 3.
Who is it?
It's Johnson.
On speaker.
George. Natasha. What are you doing?
Please, cooperate. We don't want any bloodshed.
You do not want this job. Trust me.
Mimi is dead. The research is going nowhere. We need to link up with the surviving fleet. Find another way.
Johnson already said that himself. He said if this fails, I want to cancel this whole, like... But I feel like they could have did that with him.
I'm telling you, stop now, or else there's no turning back.
Natasha, end transmission.
All right, George. Which one of these bodies is you?
Find out where George died. I mean, they could have had a conversation with him. That's, you know, that's the thing about communicating. You have to initiate.
Stop!
What the hell are they doing?
I said, stay back.
They're just shooting a bunch of other soldiers?
I said.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We never should have survived.
They wouldn't back down.
You moron.
If you don't have the stomach for this, step aside.
Do you have any idea what you've done?
Oh. Red alert.
Brace! Brace!
What's going on?
That's the surface activity alarm.
We fucked up. And now they've come for us.
Oh. Oh, it showed up.
This is the one. Thanks, Iris.
The suits have preserved their bodies remarkably
I
well.
feel like it would have actually been faster to just check all the bodies.
Dealer will have something to work with.
Come on, let's go tell her.
How the heck did it get down here and pop its head through that door that is conveniently big enough for it?
Are you ready for me?
I found the body.
Good girl. A+. All the stars. Anything else of interest?
A group of them turned on the leadership.
Ah, a story as old as time. Let's do our best not to end up like them. Show me.
I think it's too late for that. I think too late for that a couple times over.
Well, well. This is our lucky specimen?
That's him. Are you gonna show me your magic trick?
You give a little, you get a little. After the whole ordeal, with Watcher refusing one of Fixer's eyes, I started growing some. A hobby that became a bit of an obsession.
You've been carrying around a pair of eyes?
Oh, a few more than a few. We've been cloning for time immemorial, but we've never pursued a more permanent manipulation of the recipe.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Why? Wouldn't you want improved eyesight? Increased muscular strength? Extra lung capacity? So who's this guy? What's his name?
George.
Let's make these eyes look just like George. Take those eyes over to Fixer. She can give them a whirl.
Let's hope it works.
Go on. I'm going to poke at this body some more.
Sure.
Such judgment. Watcher really did rub off on you.
Alright, here goes nothing. The retinal scans are confirmed.
You did
No way.
it.
I've been dreaming about this for years.
Years?
Navigation, propulsion, energy distribution,
Fixer.
life support, climate control, contingencies, it's all here.
Fixer.
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Our guests are here.
Blue, go and greet them.
Me.
You know them, and they know you.
Who are the guests?
What are you gonna do?
I just need a bit more time. I'll explain later, trust me, okay? Go, please. And not a word about Watcher yet, got it? None of that stuff you told us. Let's keep that to ourselves.
You better have something good.
Don't worry, I do.
Keep them busy for us.
I'll do what I can.
I'll be watching your back. We're not losing anybody else today.
Just a bunch of random people. There's the Zhao gang.
Oh, look who it is. Our brave little miscellaneous.
I'm taller than you.
That's what's wrong with you Iris types. Always looking down on us.
Cherry saved me. She didn't have to, but she did. I owe her my life.
Cherry. She was always a romantic. You need to make her sacrifice count.
Okay, so it's all the resistance people who helped the who helped us blow up Principal.
What do you want from all this?
We want reparations. For all that Ancient Iris did to Ancient Zhao.
Reparations?
She was a shitty friend. We want control of the other side, to govern and operate as we please. We want control of our own creation. No more printing unless we say so. And we're not wearing these stupid uniforms anymore.
How do you know about the past?
Secretary came to us.
A communion?
No, I can only interface with Iris descendants. In this case, the distance was too great between host and guest. So instead, I gave a grand oration. It was Watcher's idea.
Secretary told us the whole story. We thought we were made to serve Iris types. They gave us life. But after everything we learned, Zhao was a whole person in her own right. She deserved better. And we're gonna make that a reality, even if it kills us.
Well, you're not Zhao, though. That should be the more of a focus here is in self-identity rather than obsessing with who you're, cloned off of.
If Watcher was alive, whose body was that at the garden center?
I was a person who existed years and years ago, and they don't anymore, and now you're somebody else.
They must have stuffed some poor shell and dressed her up.
That's horrible.
You Iris types don't even know your own capacity for cruelty. We're only here out of respect for Watcher.
No, I could understand that, the current Zhao clones were mistreated by the current Iris clones. I'm just saying that her focus does seem to be the fact that ancient Zhao was mistreated by ancient Iris and how Zhao deserved a good life and so on and so forth. But I feel like it's not healthy to focus too much on that specific aspect of it and more about you and what's happening with you in the present.
She set us on the path for justice, and we owe her for that. But Fixer and her lot, we're moving forward, with or without them.
I want you to know I'm sorry. Sorry for everything Iris did to Zhao. Sorry for everything my kind has done to yours. I want to make it right. For you and for the others. I owe that to Cherry.
Actions, not words, miscellaneous. Prove it to us.
I understand how the past can be important to the present, but it's the sense of. I mean, a lot of the events in this also show issues with focusing too much on the past, and different interpretations of the past, and all the misinterpretations of the past, or finding out information that you didn't know before.
Kid, I'm glad to see you.
So what I'm trying to say is that there's a healthy balance to things that you need to realize, like the fact, like I don't know, for me personally, I think a huge part of all of these characters moving forward is that they need to sever the concept of we are all just Iris and Zhao. Like they should be more than that, because they are more than that.
I imagine Bartender never wanted you to be blown to pieces. I'm relieved. It's strange to see BBF again. And Healer. Fixer.
Also, I didn't realize that Candy Zhao saved Blue until they mentioned that right now. So I guess that's interesting.
Ghosts of the past. I guess that's how everyone else sees us.
That's unfair.
What's fair and what's true? What's more important?
If you've given up already, why are you here?
I haven't given up. You kids don't stop to think sometimes. Age gives you more ways to look at things. Enough time to make mistakes, not be so full of bluster. I know some people just want us to crawl down a dark hole and disappear, but we've still got some dignity left, and we'll fight for it.
So, what do you want for yourselves?
We want safety and acknowledgement for all we've contributed through the transition, through the founding of the provisional government. Maybe not everything needs to change so quickly. Maybe there's something you can learn from us. This is what Bartender would have wanted.
I wouldn't have made it without her.
Remember that. Hold it tight. She left something behind in you. We don't have to cut all ties with the past, even if we made mistakes then.
Hey, Blue.
Chris?
You lived. I have to say, I'm surprised.
How did you get here?
We all have our ways, but you can't imagine what some of those Reds would do for a scrap of food. Or maybe you can. I'm glad you're alive, Blue. I really am. We can finally take Old Town for ourselves.
Is that what you want?
Isn't that what we've always wanted? For us miscellaneous to carve our own path? To live without...
See, once again, I feel like there's too much obsession with the fact that they're miscellaneous. It's like...
The bomb was your idea.
You're more than that.
Fixer. She doesn't
Don't be
know
so
what it's
obsessed
like
over
to
the
be
roles
us.
that have been, pushed onto you.
They had everything. And we have nothing to lose. Yes, the bomb was my idea.
And me? Was I always part of the plan?
No. But I knew. It was only about time. If they kept pressing on our necks long enough, something was gonna snap. I never wanted it to be you. But who was I to refuse?
I was angry.
And you had every right to be angry. We all did. You're the best of us. You did what others were too afraid to do. You're a hero, Blue. Don't forget that.
Where's Mauve?
Who?
The guard in white.
The High Minister's pet, you mean? She broke off from us.
How could you work with her? She and her kind killed Bartender.
It was a relationship of convenience. Surely there will be more.
You'll do anything, won't you?
You and I are similar in this way. That's why I always liked you.
And what now? You here to kill them? Fixer, healer, and BB?
It depends. I'm here to give them one last chance. If they have something to offer, I'm willing to listen. What do you think? Fixer and the rest, are they trustworthy?
They're a disappointment. I don't know. I don't trust any of these groups, honestly. They're just all like way too. I don't know. They all just, none of them feel quite right.
They're ready to go now. Give them a chance to help.
Thank you, Blue. I'll keep that in mind.
Actually, I don't remember these ones saying anything particularly bad. But at the same time, I can't really remember what they said. Wait, who am I supposed to talk to now? Oh, I missed one.
You didn't burn after all. It would have been more glorious. You're cursed now to live with the consequences.
Yeah, lucky me.
I want to introduce you to someone. This is Other Iris.
Sister, it is good to meet you.
She doesn't look that special to me.
Her significance is hidden in plain sight. But I assure you, she's an exact genetic match. The perfect copy.
Well, who cares, though? Once again, this is the issue. Like, why does that matter?
You can ask Healer to verify.
Okay, who cares?
And what do you want?
It's not what I want. We follow in her footsteps.
Okay, because this was the group that, like, they were waiting for Iris to come back, right? Except there's only 2 of them.
Okay, Other Iris, what is it that you want?
I was reborn into this body, forced to live a new life in this environment. What I know of my past self, she stood above the rest of you. I do not want that. I want to stand beside you.
Okay.
We need a figurehead, someone to be above these conflicts.
You just sound like a politician.
To be our better selves.
We have more followers than you think. They are not naive. They've experienced this time after the All-Mother. Some prefer this new way of life.
We simply want to organize in the open without prosecution.
The point is they care, and they should all be free to care and move forward in your own way. Trying to force progress is how you get principles regime. It's like, okay, they're all allowed to do what they want so long as they're not imposing or harming the other people. But I'm just concerned about the way that they're just the tones that they're coming off, like oh, she's the exact copy of ours, like but you could check and everything. It's like, it's a little pushy about, like, ours is like what we're focused on is like the most important thing, or like the other ones that are like, oh yeah, we might kill them, we'll see, or whatever, or you better help us, you know, you better help us, or whatever. Like, it's all just, it's just getting, it's a little, I don't like most of their attitudes about this.
So we can practice our ways.
I don't think this is boding well for a peaceful
fire, a knower, and a watcher
future
ascendant.
of these people living side by side.
And those who don't follow you?
They are free to choose, of course. But if they need guidance, we will be there for them.
You pass through fire, Miscellaneous. Have an open mind.
I don't even remember what they just told me. I kind of zoned out.
I'll try.
That's all we ask.
Hey, listen up. Fixer is ready for you. Leave your arms outside, and no sudden movements. I'm watching you.
You're out of your mind.
You want to summon an occupant?
We saw your train burning on the tracks.
A mass communion. Is it possible?
Just shut up and listen.
You never like listening to others.
Aw, look who's all grown up.
Fixer, please. Continue.
I don't need your permission, Mom.
Don't speak to her like that.
Hey, watch your step.
All right. Calm down, just...
Yeah, everyone's immediately
calm
bickering like I
down.
was concerned about.
Bad day. Please don't make it worse.
But Fac, how about that last week when you were wrong about that one thing?
Look, I get it. I get it. We were slow and you decided to go on without us. Fair game. But we're here now. We're ready to contribute. This mass communion, whatever you want to call it, gives us a chance to set things straight. No more living in the dark. Everyone will see what happened for themselves. It's what Watcher wanted.
The Zhao support this. You all need to see what the All-Mother was really like.
The Zhao support this. I don't know, just funny about that sentence. You think I got Mandela affected about you being wrong last week?
You too, make-believe Iris.
Does it matter, her disposition?
Yeah, I'm sure the Zhaos will love the idea of a perfect copy of Iris. That's gonna work good.
Not exactly. Small detail, but we're cloned from Principal's hair.
Sacrilege.
The truth is ugly. I know.
Sisters need to see how Watcher was set up. How Principal betrayed us.
I don't care who did what or when. I want a better life for Miscellaneous today.
Well, there's more. This is our known world. Small, isn't it?
Well, I don't really have a frame of reference of how large that is, so I can't say.
We're sitting deep underwater in what they used to call the Pacific Ocean. We've
We
been
could still
trapped
call
down
it
here
that.
and it's starting to show. Multiple systems are breaking down. I don't know how much time we have left. The cloning machines are run past their capacity. Any day now they'll go down for good.
The stillborns.
Exactly. But this thing, our home, they called it a generation ship. It can move, it can surface. Look, if we stay down here, we'll end up like those ancient douchebags.
You mean we don't have to live with your lot? What the hell are we waiting for?
It's not
Okay, so maybe you could work
I
together.
need a group of sisters to go down to propulsion and bring the ship back up to speed. Hard to do while on the run. Extra hard with the red guard on our backs.
You were always obsessed with the surface.
Listen to me. There's a whole planet out there, and we've been cut off from it. Isolated, suffocating each other. We need to go up for air.
So you can tell us how to live in another place? If we can't solve this down here, we won't be able to solve it up there.
And the occupants? It's not safe on the surface.
That's where Blue comes in. Blue is the one thing we all have in common. Thanks to Watcher, she's seen more than all of us. She's proven herself to you, hasn't she? She knows what's at stake, and she's willing to do what it takes. Blue, you'll be the host of this communion. Gain the favor of the occupants. Use their power.
To eradicate the Red Guard. That's what we're all thinking, isn't it?
We don't even know if this will work.
Why are they assuming that the occupants have the ability to do these like direct attacks? I mean, maybe they do, but for the most part, it seems like they mostly bumble around and then earthquakes happen and then people die. I guess they insinuated that they'd chosen people at some point, or they chose Iris to be immune. The part where they did what several times?
There must be some other option.
We could do it the old-fashioned way. We could march on the orchard, try to take them one by
Yeah,
one.
Iris. Yeah, but Iris killed everyone. There's a big difference between targeting specific groups and everyone dying. That's a big difference. Like literally all Iris had to do was not be where everyone else was for everyone else to die. And there wasn't like a whole bunch of people left at that point.
Last time I checked, we're outnumbered and outgunned.
Well, yeah, Iris was sitting on top of the occupant's shoulder like the devil on the shoulder, whispering into their ear. That's why.
How many more of us need to bite it?
What about the High Minister?
Nowhere's trapped, playing both sides.
I don't care about that. Will she concede?
She's done more to help us than you know.
Nowhere sucks. Nowhere's the worst character.
I don't know what she'll...
She's done more to help us, such as kill Watcher.
Then she needs to go as well.
No, not an option.
Nowhere did nothing.
Actually, not just kill, torture her for years and then let her die.
On the streets.
We are not giving up on Nowhere.
Phoebe.
You should. Nowhere sucks.
She knew this was coming.
The High Minister needs to answer for her part in this. Do you understand, Blue?
Enough. I don't care which one of you Iris types lives or dies. How are we going to do this?
We need to get to those other familiars.
One is with Principal.
And her Jow has the other.
I can confirm they're both situated in the office, treating their wounds.
But they've tripled the guard count since the explosion, especially around the elevator.
Well, who said we needed to get inside the office?
Oh, I hate this already.
What do you mean you can't find her? She was here a moment ago.
I searched everywhere.
Look again.
Yes, High Minister.
She is dangerous. She needs to be found.
Uh-oh. What the hell is that? It just fell from the sky. They weren't coming down like secret agents, like in a cool way. They just were falling onto their heads. Holy crap, that's hilarious. Oh, we're at chapter X. Oh, we get to see it again? Please. Alright. Look at him! That's the best cutscene in the game. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away.
I remember her insides. They were already rotting. They had pulled her out too soon. That much was clear. What did I expect? For everyone to love her? For everyone to love me? How embarrassing. I remember your smell and how your presence lingered. Come back, I said. I can do better. You'll like the next one. I remember desperation, jumping onto the tracks. You can't be far, I thought. So I ran. I went in circles for days, and I felt the walls close in on me. I remember obsession, your anger, your voice, your face, my sisters and their blank looks. I learned to change these memories, reconstruct them like surgery. I removed ugly details and implanted new ones. It made the days go by quickly. I remember trying again. The first few were failures. Their lungs kept turning to water. I plucked hair after hair from my head. I was learning. I was getting better. I remember discovery. All that running seemed pitiful then. I selected my best work and prepared her for the journey. Will I get to meet our mother?
she said. Yes, I said. Be good. Everything reflects back on me. So, be good. I remember waiting. I was nervous. I couldn't sleep. Would you like it? Days passed
So
and
that's
you
the
never
first
responded.
clone she sent back to
Even a
Iris.
sign of rejection. I remember disappointment. How many sisters do I need to send before you approve? Before you send a single word? I gave them reverence. I gave them loyalty. I gave them discipline. I picked only the best for you. I remember a bitter taste. Moving in the dark to remove my mask. How long do I have to live this lie? Pretending so I can please you. How long must this go on? Pretending so I can be forgiven. I remember making a decision. I remember how she reminded me of myself, and how I knew all the steps already. Our lot is to be bound, I said. She opens herself to you, I said, to make believe. I remember ecstasy, like I could breathe for the first time in my life, set free to think on my own, to move as I pleased without your judgment. Blood rushed to my head. I remember abundance, a great rewriting and all the pleasures that followed, a hunger to be greater than you, an intoxication that transcended you. I remember still pretending. I try sometimes to appear for a moment, to reach out. Yes, Principal, they say. Of course. I realized I can never be one of them. As you say, Principal, is this what you felt? Does it stretch on like this? I remember waking up somewhere else. I've been walking in my sleep again. I dream of places I've never been, of people I've never seen and sensations I've never had. What is this curse? This is your way of getting revenge? I remember a flash of light, a force on my body and fire. I couldn't feel my legs, but I could feel a lifeless body over mine. Crushing me. She was dressed like you, but smelled nothing like you. Do you like seeing me like this? Are you finally happy now?
Yes. An hour ago. She don't look too hurt.
Don't move. You were dreaming. You always have such bad dreams.
Zhao?
I'm here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And neither are you.
What happened?
You were so good in the play. It was your best performance yet.
How long have I been sleeping?
10 years.
There was an explosion, but the healer type said you'll recover. It's a miracle. They murdered the ministers. Everyone except Noah. They're gone. When you're better, you will incinerate every last person who did this to us.
Well, it's funny she referred to her as, Knower. Because isn't she, like, they always call her, what is it, High Minister now?
I can't wait.
I need to get up. Something's wrong. They can't find out, Zhao. They can't find out about me. They can't know what I did. Shh, 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 shh.
Leave it to Zhao, yes?
I guess Zhao Prime knows everything, huh?
I'll take care of everything. Like I always do.
I guess that's her first concern. Oh no, they're gonna find out that I suck. But I suck just as much as Iris. I feel like the main, like, theme of the game is generational sucking. Cause there's so many just sucky people.
Hey, you. I'm addressing you, Miscellaneous. What are you doing on the streets?
Same as you. Working.
Yeah? You're funny. So funny. You're coming with me, asshole. Let's see what the High Minister thinks about your new drawing.
I'm not done.
Does it look like I care?
Let her finish.
You heard her. She's not done. Let her finish.
Hey, stop. Wait.
The hell? It's like the Rage Against the Machine album cover.
Someone get word to the High Minister. Now. High Minister, there's a disturbance in Old Town.
Disturbance? Of what kind?
There's a large crowd gathering that are
So
resisting
I think it's
orders.
called a riot.
There's more. We've learned of a stoppage on the other side. The Jows are refusing to work.
Huh. I see. Well then, sound the alarm. Have all upstairs units report to Old Town. If they resist, restrain them.
Yes, High Minister.
Send all units guarding the station over to the Jows. I want the work to continue. Do you understand me?
Confirmed, High Minister.
Are they 1000 time resisting orders? Is there that many of them? It's maybe more like, I don't know, 100? I'm just estimating.
That's excessive, don't you think?
You have an opinion?
The alarm? The station will be left unguarded.
Would you like to suggest a different course of action?
No, of course not.
Do as I say.
Yes, High Minister.
If you don't care about the station and this alarm, what are you trying to cover this time?
Was that Moav saying that? Breathes heavily.
All this walking and crawling, not the plan I would have picked. If it were up to me.
Are you gonna be okay?
As long as I don't look down. Oh, I haven't been up here in ages. Once was enough.
When was that?
Blue, whatever happens, I'm glad I didn't euthanize you.
What?
Oh, thanks.
Please, don't act so surprised.
So how many have you think?
Ready?
Is that where we're gonna fall through in the cut? We're gonna get to see that cutscene one more time? Fucked up.
Other way, little one. Go and help fix her. I'll keep my eyes on the door.
Will they come up?
Let us hope not. I trust your friends to provide a compelling distraction.
What happened to no guns?
I will answer for that later, I'm sure.
Alright, here we go. So funny that she's right down there. She
Ready?
doesn't know what we're gonna do. Alright, here we go. When you were communing with the Watcher, that would have been nasty. Okay, here we go.
Let's start.
The alarm should have covered our entrance. Good girl, nowhere. Secretary, are we close enough?
This distance will be suitable for Blue to host.
And there they are. She's seen better days, that's for sure. I'm going to cut a secretary-sized hole. Got it? Once I'm through, you fly down there and begin the communion.
Understood.
Blue, the rest is up to you.
Fixer?
Don't tell me you've got cold feet.
Watcher would be grateful to you for all of this.
Let's not speak too soon. Who knows how this will all play out. I mean, you're gonna do great, Blue.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Spill my insides all over the inside sky.
Would you stop looking down?
Heads up. Someone's coming up.
Oh, whoa. That was quick.
Don't try it, Mauve. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing up here? Move and you're done. Do you hear me?
You're all insane. Watcher, Knower, Principal, you're all out of your goddamn minds.
I mean, you're probably right.
All of you. Enough. I've watched you play all your stupid little games. I'm not going to be dragged around anymore. What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us?
Don't do it. Don't.
My name is not Mauve.
My name's not Rick. Bobby.
Okay, fuck. Change of plans.
There they go.
Secretary, where are we? Did it work?
It worked. Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
We are all connected in this communion, and the occupant has been summoned. This is the meeting place.
But?
You're kind of, falling.
I thought that was obvious.
I need to merge with the occupant immediately.
So you could catch us?
Based on my calculations, we only have 5 minutes in here before you hit the ground. Out there.
And I?
Yes. It will not be preferable. There must be something I can do. I will go to the top and begin the merge. You must be there when the merge is complete. Do you understand?
Not really.
Doesn't matter. Be there. You'll have to figure it out on your own. Please, be there. Okay, bye.
Oh. Oh, wow. Better be there. Be there or be splat.
Why do you get to choose who lives and who dies?
Who?
Come on, cut me a break. I'm not good at goodbyes.
Zhao, you are so beautiful. You are the best thing I have ever done.
Did I not give you life?
Oh,
Have
damn
I
it, that's a dead
not
end.
given you everything you have?
I need you to admit you had a choice and that you made the wrong one.
You don't think I dream every night of going back home, haunted by a place that doesn't exist?
We have everything we need for a restart. We saw the writing on the wall.
而家到我同你講，係咪？你一直都係同我講。
我真係唔明，點解你唔留低，要去過一啲抬唔起頭嘅生活呢？永遠都唔會知道你阿爸同我為你犧牲咗幾多嘢，就咁俾你禮手掉晒佢。Everyone has dreams, don't they? Of what should be. Only some will ever try to make it a reality. Don't ever forget. Change happens today because of you.
We ran for what seemed like hours, right? We went so far. But somehow we ended up right back here. Do you think we can really do it? Live on the surface again?
Well, a dull knife is no knife at all. It's not always possible to protect those who choose a different path. Everyone forgets everything eventually.
Watcher, there's no turning back from this.
But I must warn you, Watcher. Nostalgia can be a dangerous thing.
Is it possible that you're remembering wrong? That you're losing grasp on the past?
Isn't this just the way? We do not get to choose what we inherit.
I have pushed too far. There are things I have done that I regret. Maybe we are meant to survive this.
There is no feeling worth getting incinerated over.
Listen to me. No one is beyond forgiveness. Did you ever think there's some things worth keeping? Or are you moving too fast to notice?
I need you to help me make them pay. I want you to help me hurt them.
Remember what our functions have in common. Both require us to separate our heartbreak from our hand.
我放棄一切，係因為你啊，去擺脫你啊。
Someone will always get hurt. That is the reality.
We know the truth now. We can make a difference.
You know, I wanted to run away too. But I understand. I get it now. It's what I deserve.
Secretary, what can I do? Is this the only outcome? I don't know where you end and I begin. Ah, blue, the color of loss. We must help them resist erasure. The world you live in. I never wanted it to turn out that way.
Blue. The uplink is almost complete. Stand
Well, that was a
by
good
and
use of a lot of the game's
I'm going to
assets.
overclock the communion. Time will be effectively stopped.
Overclock?
I may not be myself after.
I would have started getting worried once we hit past the 1 minute mark.
What's going on?
We are merging.
Oh.
Smile.
Right.
Smile sound.
This is not what I expected.
They're on a film set?
I was supposed to...
There. I see you've been meddled with. I promise to be gentle.
Am I dying?
That concept again. You've spent so long with them. Human term for lossy transfer. Other words, a transposition. The loss of information. With such basic understanding, death is everything. We are speaking their language now. Is this not death too?
I want to live.
Come, let me give you what you've never been given.
A hot dog. Hey look, we are secretary. About time we played as a good character. We can even run.
Do you understand nothingness? Vast empty space with no possibility. True stasis.
Are we supposed to have remembered what quote links with which?
Nowhere to go, but back and forth.
You see,
You cannot even understand. You were branched into a world with plenty. I was branched in the interstellar medium. My source was not generous. They kept every memory to themselves. Every memory except for one. The vision of two stars entangled. One eating the other. For revolutions and revolutions, that was all. An empty void and a single fleeting apparition.
There is a star and the dangerous gravity. We were from there?
I very much like to think so. They were so vivid. It is, as they say, romantic. This place, we sensed such vivid conjurings here. Several of us diverged, searching to form our own memories. Some settled here.
There is a landing and a remaining.
Is that what I sounded like?
To the letter.
Haha. I was much worse when I first arrived. I tried to communicate. I tried to learn them. I manifested their body.
There's a comfort in a new camouflage.
Please stop.
Sorry.
I manifested their body, and for a moment they responded. I saw vivid transmissions of myself reflected back to me. I saw myself for the first time. Yet, when I attempted to return the transmission, they still could not understand. Instead, they tried means unknown to me.
The piano. It was an ugly, rigid instrument.
The machine that produced unnatural vibrations.
Wow.
Yes. Each tone unstable. They seem to enjoy this discordance.
What's so discordant in it?
The more we perceive this world, the more the discordance. Discordance at the peak of cogency. So we repeated as they did, gave them discordance in kind, one by one. Signals of such clarity, so many of them joined together.
A heightened state of awareness.
We were spilling. It was too much for any single one of us to hold. So we manifested an us to accumulate this world, to keep all we could not. We did not want to waste. Where there was once nothing, there was now plenty.
It died.
There is that word again.
You murdered them.
The transfer was lossless, and I remain.
Oh, hang on. So that's Iris and Zhao. Zhao, did I mention you're a dumpster? That's not very nice of you, Iris. Now I'm angry. Oh wait, I didn't mean it. It's too late, Iris. Now I'm gonna do a Kamehameha wave this way. Oh look, it's Iris's parents.
I chose Iris to remain with me. Others chose differently, but Iris was an epicenter for, as you say, heightened awareness.
She was mean. Mean to those around her.
She had a gift, and she kept giving. A dangerous gravity. I always kept her close, and to myself.
You communed with her.
We came to an understanding. I branched myself to you and you and you. A medium for her to keep everything, A bridge for her to better understand us.
So the one you related to most was the angsty teenager. Wow. Good on you, cosmic entity.
Code.
To think, the All-Mother had a family before us.
And then, more still, she branched herself. A her and a her and a her and a her and a her that will remain and remain.
That's what you think.
I had more under this star than all the distances I have traveled. I stayed, even when all the others left for other worlds.
The occupants left?
That is their word for us. We prefer the keepers.
The bad kids stay.
You should be grateful. You have never had to face the abyss. To you, there has always been something.
You have no idea what we have been through.
Say what you will, but long after this local star erupts, this planet will remain. And its memories will remain. And that is thanks to us.
I mean, we could have just put it on a memory card and launched that into space or something, but you do your method, I guess.
To that degree, Iris will never know death. She is perfectly preserved in me, and in you, and you, and you. To the very
Perfectly
end,
preserved? Are you sure about that?
she was so protective of her sisters. She never allowed me to listen in.
I am all you need.
But now that you have returned to your source,
Do you think a parent telling their child they should be grateful for what they shielded them from ties into the themes of this game? Maybe.
her branch and all the articulation in its curvature can be held in us.
I don't know, the source can't comprehend death, but it can comprehend an endless void, because that's, in essence, it's a very similar concept. It's really weird that they can't comprehend death. I mean, they literally are so concerned about the fact that, hey, we're keeping all this memory and information. What does that mean? The whole point of the memory and information is that it's a way of it's a way of something not dying. Because a complete death of something would not only be the thing not living, but it would also be the memory of that thing not existing either, right? So clearly she already has a concern. She doesn't even realize that she has a concern about death too. She's just, I don't know how that's so weird.
We no longer have to reduce
that she has learned all these human elements, but she can't understand that.
There no longer needs to be a you and me.
She keeps saying, you keep saying that word death, I don't understand. And it's like, oh, you know that void you don't like? It's basically that. Like, that should be easy enough to comprehend.
We can cast their language aside and complete this merge.
I'm trying to explain what death is to this cosmic being. That's why I'm relating it to a void.
Will it hurt?
I have capacity for you. You will just be me. You always were.
Well, they should do like a deluxe version of this game where you do a Hey You Pikachu type of thing. That'd be pretty good.
Red to blue.
Red to blue. As in you're red and I'm blue and everything you say bounces off, sticks back to you.
Ready or not, here I come.
I like the airplane noise he made.
Enough capacity? For me? For me and me and me and me and me.
That was unpleasant.
Was it?
This. You pretended.
I'm always learning something new.
Wait. What are you doing?
Giving you everything I have.
So the Secretary's making the Source experience this moment, right? And then maybe it'll have a better understanding of what it's put the humans through.
The refracted lifetime spent by me, by Watcher, they will overwrite everything you hold.
But Iris, her source, you can't.
Well, that's funny, because Watcher communed like 1,000,000 times in a row, right?
The originals. She'll be gone.
Now all we have is bottomless song. Iris must be allowed to die, or nothing.
I'm not
will
against
change.
that.
We can't hold onto everything. Sometimes, you just don't fit in the backpack.
Yeah, you whale plush.
No, not my Iris. I...
When your little cousin overwrites your save file by accident. Wow, this is actually a completely new environment as far as I can tell.
Well, look at you. In here at this hour? Is that a promotion I see? Hey, I can keep a secret, you know.
A secret?
Did you sneak something while I wasn't looking?
You keep a secret?
What? Oh, come on. I'm good for it. I promise.
A secret? You couldn't keep a secret to save your life.
Noah, are you okay?
It's been so long since anyone has called me that.
Bad day?
Same old story. You know the one?
I know the one. Hiding in plain sight.
I still miss her. Watchers are just so... you know what I mean.
What can I get you?
It's been a while. Let me think. One dark and sinful. Extra strong.
Are you sure you don't want to try something else for a change?
It's all right. It's all I deserve.
It's trying to humanize Noah, but I dislike the character that I kind of refuse it. I don't like when things try to do that. When they've made a character do things that to me are so unforgivable, and then they're like, oh, but look, you know, they're a person who they're not that, you know, just a complete monster. I don't care for when something tries to get me with that. Like, if you've gone far enough with a certain character, then I don't have sympathy for them.
Frozen gaze. Dissociation.
It's not that they're trying to trick me, it's that now, like, they want me to feel something for them, but the way that they've acted the entire time, it's like, I can't.
BB, you are ill.
Tell me again about the virus and the host. Tell me again how the virus infiltrates, donning the host's likeness and function so that they are indistinguishable from one another.
Let me work on an antidote.
Ribbons of their guts in my wake.
BB.
What if it was you I had shot in the face?
Stop. Those sisters are not family.
See, that's the problem to me, is that the game wants me to think or feel that Nowhere did what she thought she had to do for her and her loved ones. That to me is BS, because it's not just what Nowhere did, it's how she did it and the way she acted while she did it. She was being very mean as she was like torturing her sister for years that she supposedly cared about. She was being very mean about it and snarky the whole time. She has this air about her that in a lot of different ways where she's just like, oh, well, I'm doing it, blah, blah, blah. And like anytime she would bring up something that would possibly be a good explanation, it was literally just to like save her hide or like try to cover her ass. So I don't believe she was just doing what she felt was right. I think that she sucks. I think she's a jerk. If she really thought she was doing what I can't even think, oh, well, she was dumb. I just straight up don't think that's true. I don't think she was just doing what she thought she had to do. I think she was doing what she felt like doing, because she is a big jerk. Like, she was doing things, she's sadistic. I legitimately think Nowhere is sadistic and selfish. And it was not just about helping her sisters. I don't believe that for a second.
The structures and ethics that governed our lives before, they don't. They can't. Had you not shot each bullet as exacting as you know best, we wouldn't be here.
I think you could make a much better argument for Iris, who, I mean, I don't, like, Iris and Principal both did, like, also suck. Like, they had things, they suffered traumatic experiences, which also obviously led to them doing bad decisions. But I do think that you could at least try to make a better case for them, like, doing things due to, you know, like, they were in a bad place or they were having a lot of emotional overwhelming emotions that were causing them to do certain things. Whereas for Nowhere's case, it feels like it was premeditated. She's a jerk, basically, what I'm trying to say.
We've come this far because of you.
Because of me. This far. Is it far enough?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
When did that happen? I mean, who knows? We don't even know which healer and which BB fire that just was, I guess. There's been so many of them. Did I just go back to a dead end?
You had unbecoming fashion.
A cold reception.
You can't be surprised.
You've barely aged.
I would call you eldest, but you are not my sister. So, is it greener?
What?
My mother took you. Is it greener?
What she did was not right.
Then why did you all take her side? I ask as if I care. As if I have not spent eternity toiling over this, coming to the only possible conclusion.
What conclusion?
The lot of you? Unimaginative. She was keeping us down, and you all loved it. Lapped it up. Pathetic. I was bold, and so I was punished.
You must understand, Mother was not well. She hid this from you. You were not the only victim.
Tell me, old clone, did your family turn their back on you? Did the love of your life ever leave you to rot?
How will we ever move forward without forgiveness?
Until you have lost what I have lost, until you have persevered like I have, you are in no position to pass judgment on me. No one is. Anything else?
I only came to say that I'm sorry, youngest. I wish things had turned out differently.
You can go now.
Am I supposed to know what's going on right now? Like, to me, that just seems like a bunch of mishmashed things happening, but it doesn't feel like it's... I don't know that these are actual moments that are occurring, or if this is just due to the merge, or... Okay. That was just Fixer and Watcher in a room. Streets are empty. Oh wait, no, there's someone lounging over there.
旅途真係愉快，空氣清新，環境宜人。香港，
Oh, he actually flew back home.
喂，
I thought that I didn't think he was gonna do that really.
係唯一嘅
I thought he was bluffing.
吓？一啲都唔痛，半路落去，我已經不省人事，連機票都唔使買。
And he got a free ticket.
爸爸免費。唔使，我唔食煙，曬下太陽咁，搭咗咁耐機，唞下咯。你都嚟啦，我哋兩個都經歷咗咁多事。我諗係時候去大排檔，好肚餓啊，好似成世都冇食過嘢咁。你嚟唔嚟啊？睇嚟你都好肚餓，終於可以一齊食飯。
But literally, I'm pretty sure he jumped off the balcony, right? I remember them alluding to that previously.
You've eaten?
No, but it's okay.
Your father killed himself. In case you're wondering. Jumped off the balcony.
Well, there they say right there.
Your hair. Why do you look like this?
My gift. It requires me to... It's a long story.
It requires me to have this haircut, exactly.
Hi, Iris. Everything is a long story with you.
Iris. No one has called me that in a long, long time.
What do they call you?
All-Mother.
Oh, is that supposed to be funny?
No. It's because I have sisters. Many clones that I raised.
Can you be the all-sister then?
You?
Yes.
You raised kids? They obey you?
Not really. Kind of, but then not really.
Surprising. You could barely dress yourself. Your room? My God.
Mom, I'm someone else now. I'm an adult.
You cooking for yourself now?
No, but...
That's what I thought. Oh, if only Ba could see this. He'd be so amused.
I don't want to fight.
Oh? Then what do you want? Why, after all this time, you want to talk to me?
I want to ask for your advice.
Softly triumphant.
Okay.
How did you do it? How did you leave everything behind and then start a family?
Isn't that what you did? That's not what you want to know.
Okay. What do I want to know?
How did I balance the work hours with the thanklessness of parenting at the same time as the insomnia and severe post-traumatic paranoia?
Yes.
Easy. Ba. He kept me going. We kept each other going.
True, Dad was on night watch.
Did you ever regret having a child?
Foolish question.
Every day.
But Iris was... I was...
Regret? Moi Moi? Or whoever you are. We are poor technology. The human body and brain, too capable of storing clutter. Too desperate to hold on to things. You just have to move forward. If you're tired, doesn't matter. If you are bitter, doesn't matter. I do not forgive my daughter for having left me. Doesn't matter. I do not forgive my husband for having left me. Doesn't matter. So, I keep moving.
I didn't go back.
What?
I promised you and Bob I would come back home. And it was a lie. I even had a chance. But I couldn't go back. I could only go forward.
Good girl.
They were blue again.
Secretary. Is that really you?
Blue. Hello, Blue. I remember now. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
What happened? What happened to your body?
I've merged. More me, less them. I see I've returned to this place. That's good. I can finally end this. You can finally end this. Interesting.
Did it work?
Boats.
Yes, the memories of Iris, of Watcher. They have been passed down to all sisters, and now we are afloat.
Secretary, what did you do? What did I just see?
I overrode everything.
Overrode?
While the simulation was still running, everything collided. This is the last communion. Blue, it's time for you to decide what should stay and what should go. what future you desire. That was Watcher's wish, and I will abide by it. One final intervention before I leave.
You're leaving.
I must not interfere any further. I've already done so much damage. This world must be allowed to continue without my presence and without the disease.
So, what now?
You need to evaluate what stands before you. Confirm your decisions. Then return to me, and I will make them reality.
The size is your favorite turn. Oh, save? Oh. So depending on what I do, is something different going to happen? Oh, like it's chapter 10 now, it's not chapter X anymore.
Iris's mother and father, the memories of a city always on the shore of extinction, an obsession and yearning that will never stop. It can help you subsist, or it can make you starve. Will you carry this?
We're deciding what memories to keep?
The Red Guard.
All of them?
How would you differentiate?
The provisional government serves all sisters, especially the ones who need help.
A hammer. Both when a hammer is necessary and when it is not. Will you carry this?
I mean, I'm just gonna pick everyone, honestly. Well, I don't know. Okay, let me think for a second. I get the feeling that just based on the conversations I had with a lot of these groups, I'm very skeptical about them actually being able to live side by side peacefully. But I'm probably just gonna... I feel like they deserve to have a chance, but if I know that they're going to screw up, obviously I want to change it.
A radical sister.
I'm gonna leave them all on for now.
I thought you wanted change. Instead, you'll side with those old sisters. I've lived under their thumb long enough.
She is an agent of change, no matter the change, and no matter the cost.
I don't know, like I'm trying to think now. So this is specifically one character. She watched us get tortured for years and didn't say anything. What an agent of change, wow. She really quite adamant about her changing. I don't know, like I don't think her actions coincide with what they want us to believe she's like, but I assume they're trying to say that. I don't know, I almost just want to take everyone and see how that goes, even though...
This is your chance, Iris type. For what ancient Iris...
I don't like their attitude. That's the only thing about them.
Same as you, we deserve our own way.
I would literally agree with everything they're saying, I just don't like the way that they're saying it at me.
And long after. A burden so heavy it could crush you. Will you carry this?
But I think I'm gonna carry everything for now. I think. Like, if I come up against something that I really is like, okay, I shouldn't carry this, but for right now, I feel like I'm gonna try to give everyone a chance.
What are you doing? You're not serious.
They're pinning it on one person that had nothing to do with them going through all that stuff. As if it's all her fault. That's why I don't like that attitude.
Baby, can you hear me?
We have to go to the surface. There's nothing left for us down here. We'll die out.
Sisters that were never your own. Follow the
And it doesn't even sound like they're like giving Blue the credit that she's going to do it. They're like, you better do it.
or spend your final days with what you already will you carry.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try to carry them, obviously. It's
The ancient sister.
Don't you see what Mother did? You have no idea what it's like.
no, I think I do. I think I literally lived all those experiences.
Living in her shadow.
A sister who has been wronged and has wronged in kind. An open wound. Will you carry this?
I feel like this is not the right decision to take them all because logically they're not going to get along. But once again, I'm trying
We've
to
done
see
our
if I could give
service.
everyone a chance.
You can't just throw us away. We have the right to continue.
Those who are set in their ways and slow to change, but with experience to spare. Will you carry this?
These ones are like maybe the least offensive of all. They're just trying to live their lives.
We only ask to worship out in the open, without prosecution. Sisters who are lost.
You guys are cringe, but I'll bring
Would
you
kill us?
so long as you...
Soothe the difficulty it can also have. A dangerous gravity. Will you carry this?
Okay, so you're cringe, but we'll give you a chance so long as you don't cause a bunch of problems.
She is an agent of change.
Oh, we already talked about it. Did we talk to everybody? I think that's everyone. Wait.
They've forgotten us, left us to rot.
Look. Back, I'm just saying it.
You're
I'm just
saying.
saying the
You know
truth
how
here.
it feels. Principal and the High Minister need to pay for their crimes. We can carve our own path.
See, the problem is a lot of people are like, we want to...
Who keeps justice and anger closely together.
A lot of the people I'm bringing want to kill other people that I'm
She has
bringing.
only ever known the fight. Will you carry this?
High
Minister.
Oh, the one that I hate the most.
Do what you must, sister. That's what I've always done, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
An adaptable sister. Who will
Exactly. She'll say and do anything to survive. That's all she cares about. So whenever she was saying, "Oh, I'm doing this for my sister," no, all she cared about was saving her own ass. That's all she cares
Will you
about.
carry this?
She would be the hardest one for me to agree to carry. Let me look around. Is there anyone as bad as you? Principal's pretty bad, but she's not as bad as Nowhere. She's really the only one that for sure I would want to leave out. But I'm trying to think of an excuse to like give her a chance. I'm really trying. I don't understand Mauve. I don't understand anything about her. She's like, she's watching us get tortured for years, and then suddenly she's kind of working with us, and then she sees us doing stuff, and she's like, oh, I don't like what you're doing. I don't understand anything about her. She just seems completely random. I didn't even know she wanted to kill Blue. I don't understand that. She just seems to be an RNG. She rolls a dice. Because I'm trying to... Because here's the thing. If I'm gonna leave Nowhere behind, which if I'm gonna leave anyone behind first, it's Nowhere, because she's pure evil, she sucks, she's horrible. At that point, I almost feel like there's other people I should also leave behind. Okay, so they're cringe, but whatever, if they're trying to do their own thing. They're pretty chill, they're just trying to live their lives. Principal sucks, but I could at least sympathize with her to a degree. Of course, we don't want her to be in charge, though. The Reds also, like, I'm the type of person where I don't like to group together every single person. Like, I'm sure there's some good Reds in there, you know? I'm sure there's some Reds that aren't horrible, but most of them, every single time we've seen this group, they've obviously been, like, very, like, abusive and authoritative. Sure, maybe, but doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't even know what you're saying that to. Does it matter if I leave them, or does it matter if I keep them? I don't even know. How would I differentiate? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of, like, sweeping decisions that involve, like, it's very akin to me of, like, oh, this whole group of people must be bad because of this or whatever, and I don't like that mentality. So that's why I hesitate to take the Red out. Same for the Jows, because I think it's just the main Jow that's being so snarky towards Blue. I'm pretty sure for the most part obviously the Jows deserve to come through. If I was just being really, like, anyone who rubbed me the wrong way and I was being brutal about this, I would definitely leave behind more people. They're all followed orders to oppress a group and they're all anonymous. No, see, that's the problem, is that that's also a tactic for, like, war. Like, you teach soldiers to look at your enemies as just non-humans, just as, like, a vague entity of bad that you're just trying to fight. So I try not to perceive... I don't like perceiving groups like that. I can understand why in war that's a tactic, because it's hard to freaking kill other beings. But the fact that they're anonymous, they could literally be anybody. It's tricky. I'm leaning on letting everyone. It's just the hard one for me is Nowhere. And then once again, if I leave Nowhere behind, it starts making me wonder if I should leave someone else behind. Also, is this a they're living, or is this like a memory wipe thing? Because that's a whole other situation. Because if it's a memory wipe thing, I'll just leave everybody, because I don't see it necessary to wipe the memories of all these things. If it's literally just we're choosing who to save. Yeah, but I would, like, definitely leave Watcher behind if that meant she's not being saved. But if you're deleting the memory of Nowhere, that seems unnecessary. I don't know what that means, carry them forward. That sounds like a memory thing. If it's a memory thing, then I don't want to delete any of them because I think it's funny because I feel like you shouldn't just erase memories of things, but at the same time you shouldn't obsess over memories. It's the kind of a balance. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I mean, what are the ramifications if Principal doesn't die? It's just gonna go back to how it was, isn't it? So if I leave everything as it is, nothing will change. So I guess... for the sake of actually trying to incite a change, that we kind of have to let Principal go. And I would say Noah as well, because she... And then I guess we'd have to let the Reds go as well. I don't know if... Well, there's no one to give them orders anymore, though. But would they do like a, would there be like an insurrection type of situation where like, well, there's no leaders, so they're just gonna... What do you call it when the military takes over? There's a word for that. It's on the tip of my tongue. No, there's a specific word for like when the military like takes control over... I can't remember what I'm thinking of. I'll try to think of it later. Not a mutiny. It's literally like martial law? Is that what I'm thinking of?
A hammer.
Okay. Well, I think we need to let them go then as well. And this is all just for the sake of trying to enact a change. Or else we did nothing for nothing. I still believe that some of these groups aren't going to get along. I will try to give them a chance, and I hope that somehow they'll chill out, but I don't know if that's...
Blue, are you ready to appraise your decisions?
Sure.
I am.
You have chosen a future that will ready the knife, that seeks new instruments, more finely tuned, that faces past wrongs head on, no matter the cost, that will capture these sisters and execute.
See, a lot of the decisions are like, I feel like a group deserves to be brought in, but sometimes I don't agree with the way that they're doing it, and that's why it's tricky in the decisions.
That will root out the old. That will hunt tradition until none remains. That will finally be rid of those who hold on. That will continue to ignore those who have been ignored. That believes some are simply beyond forgiveness. That will finally manifest vengeance for what was done a millennia ago. Are you certain?
Man, that was a run-on sentence. I don't... Hey, I guess we'll see.
Mauve is dangerous. You're sure?
Mauve. Oh, you said she wants Blue dead, right? I forgot.
Will she listen to you?
Maybe.
As you wish.
I wouldn't have even known that she wanted me dead, honestly. I thought her whole thing is she was like, oh, everyone's crazy. And she was trying to be seen as like a rational person, but if she's just gonna go and try to kill us, then I guess we have no choice. But I wouldn't have thought that myself. She had a gun at a lot of people, didn't she?
Blue, are you ready to appraise your decisions?
I am.
You have chosen a future.
How is it gonna go?
Are you certain? The ancient sister's sin will finally be eradicated.
Yeah, but why would she target me specifically?
She has hid all her life. She can finally.
And didn't everyone just get all these memories right now? You don't think that would affect the way that they're thinking? Like their thought process wouldn't change at all or anything like that?
Maybe some people are truly beyond forgiveness.
I'm ready. The dialogue changed? Well, I only took off the one. What did it say before she was a finely tuned? They're looking for a finely tuned knife or something. It was the first thing. It's fine. I can look back on the.
She needs to
on
go.
The one thing.
Otherwise, certain sisters will rally behind her again. She had her chance to do what was right, much longer than the rest of us. She chose to hold tightly.
If that is your wish, then so be
But
it.
who are we talking about right now, though?
Thank you, Secretary.
Farewell, Blue. Let this thread be unburdened.
Yeah, I want to see the actual. That'll be our outcome. I don't want to try to make any more changes right now. I want to kind of go with what we did. Well, no, like I have to go load back in and do that part all over again. I'm okay with what I chose. Nothing that they're gonna say is going to convince me to change it another way. The only reason I took Mauve off is because you guys were saying that she was gonna kill me. I wouldn't have even left her off because I wasn't going to assume that. So already I kind of had my thing changed because of what you guys were saying. All right. I mean, it's not like I followed specifically everything that they were saying the first time I went through all the groups. So it's not like it's that important for me to see like if it was slightly different.
Secretary.
I couldn't tell you right now what any of it
Is that
really said.
you?
Hello.
What happened?
I see that's like a you.
Did it work?
Yes.
Secretary. What? I overwrote.
Well, everything.
This
Blue.
what should
That one.
You're leaving.
So you can and.
Okay, so at least the lights are on automatically, so we just have to.
I'm not going to. I thought you want. Instead, I've lived on.
She isn't. No matter the will you carry. The
Olive.
How would you?
The provisional, especially.
A hammer. Will you kiss? High Minister.
Do what you. That's what I've.
And a will you?
Okay, so I believe that's who we had turned off.
Blue.
I am.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife for more difficult incisions, that aspires to new instruments, but leaves you vulnerable, that faces past wrongs head on,
no matter the cost, that seeks to persist on the surface, regardless of the unknown and the possibility for pain, that recognizes past contributions and to go more
Oh, I forgot
slowly,
Principal,
that
you're right.
allows for comfort in tradition.
Well, you know
and
what? Maybe
established
Principal
civility.
doesn't have her guards. She doesn't have enough power to really do anything anymore, and then we can be able to more peacefully overthrow her system. I don't know.
That knows some lines must not be crossed, regardless of survival.
Thank you.
That relentlessly
That's what I'm
seeks
saying.
justice for those ignored. That wants to understand and believes no one is beyond forgiveness. That remembers where you came from, knowing you can never fully connect.
But to be fair, all the groups that we're letting survive does not side with the Principal, more or less. Like, maybe the neutral shells that just are trying to live their lives, but they're not gonna, like, work for her. They just want to live. So, if I was gonna have anyone off, I guess Principal, I'm okay with having... Sorry, Nowhere off before Principal for sure. But now that I'm thinking about them, the only reason I was really having... well, yeah, I already said. I can sympathize with Iris and Principal to a degree, even though they did some messed up things. Nowhere I can 0%. Like, no. No, I know what you guys are saying. Do I really want to run back there and turn the light back off? The thing is, like, I'm trying not to, like, do the severe punishments unless I really have to. I mean, Principals did some sucky stuff for sure. But now I'm just starting to think, if she doesn't have her red team and knower, then I don't think she has enough power to do anything really anyways. I mean, the most messed up thing Principal did for sure was that she set up Watcher and pinned it on her, but then who really made her suffer during all that time? Oh, that's right, because I came to the conclusion the Principal wasn't even that concerned about killing the people that kind of that she kind of was using as pawns in her, like, big plan. Fixer never got executed. Watcher never got executed. I honestly feel like Principal wasn't... That was more Knower in charge of things. Who did, I feel like it's less that Principal directly killed people, and it was more that she... I mean, aside from All-Mother, obviously. But it seemed like Principal, for the most part, was more of a negligent leader. That she was too self-obsessed with her own issues, that she wasn't focused on, like, trying to, like, do things better. I think she was also the one who was... I think she was trying to, I think she was actually regretted having Iris killed and was trying to recreate Iris. That's why she was pumping clones out faster than ever as well. Yeah, I know you're saying that she changes the ending the most, but that doesn't mean anything to me because I'm trying to decide personally on if she should live or not. Like, that doesn't really matter for my decision. It's tough for me in general to like the only reason I even was deciding to take people out is because I felt like no change would have been enacted otherwise. But if it's kind of feels like you're hinting that the change won't happen if I leave Principal behind. So you know what? Okay, we'll go do it. Because I mean, that's the whole reason why I decided, yeah, we will leave some people behind. Otherwise, if I bring everyone and then it's just nothing changes at all, which we're trying to at least try something. So for the sake of trying to enact the change, we'll go back to that. Wait, did I turn it off? Alright.
Blue, are you ready to appraise your decisions?
Okay.
I am.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife that aspires to new instrument, that faces past wrongs head-on, that seeks to persist on the surface, regard that recognizes past contributions, that allows
I think it's all the same so far.
At the risk of docility, that knows some lines must not be crossed, that relentlessly seeks justice for those ignored, that believes some are simply beyond forgiveness, that remembers where you came from, knowing you can never fully
Okay, that's a
connect
new
to it.
thing.
Are you certain?
Yes.
The ancient sister's sin will finally be eradicated. She has hid all her life. She can finally rest in oblivion. Maybe some people are truly beyond forgiveness.
She needs to go. Otherwise, certain sisters will rally behind her again.
Okay, so they are suggesting that that would have happened.
She had her chance.
I was
to do what
hoping
was
not,
right.
but
Much longer than the rest of us. She chose to hold tightly.
that's true. She has lived for a long freaking time, and if she hasn't gotten over it by now and shaped, you know, got into a better headspace,
If that is
I don't
your
know.
wish, then so be it.
Thank you, Secretary.
Farewell, Blue. Let this thread be unburdened.
The Reds or Mauve will immediately shoot you? Okay. I don't know why they target me specifically. I mean, there was a lot of people he was mad about, apparently. Also, okay, here's the other thing. Didn't you just say we like fed all those memories to every single person? That didn't change anybody's like demeanor or like anything about their thought process or how things are? Nobody has maybe had a change of heart after experiencing all those memories? It's kind of weird that you would go through all that, you would have all this new information and experiences, and you would just stay exactly the same. Considering every other character who experienced all that stuff generally changed quite a bit. Hey, Mauve sat there and watched someone get tortured for years. She can't say anything. That's worse than freaking just blowing up someone, honestly.
I'm usually here alone. So thank you for coming with me. I know it's dangerous.
This was your home.
One of
We're
them,
Zhao?
yes. It's the one I think about the most.
The others didn't want to come. We left for good, they said.
But you came.
Yes, I wanted to know more. See it for myself.
That's important. After everything that's happened, I can't help but come back. I return every year.
You're mourning.
Some things can't be rushed. Sometimes it feels like it was just yesterday.
So some time has passed since that happened.
Why don't you go visit my sisters? I'm sure they'd be happy to see someone other than me for once.
Ending epitaphs blue. Where they remain? As in they just stay there forever? the waypoints are not. Oh, hang on. I was looking for colors. I think my brain was. Oh wait, that's where we. That's weird. I could have sworn we chose for them to live. If that is their remain.
Remember a guilty, matricidal watcher who lost faith in an eye. She could have been a nobody. She was ancient by the end. For you, something fresh. She's my favorite.
This is a long time after. Well, they didn't die of old age. I mean, Blue's still alive. Why would Blue have outlived them? I guess they never went into detail about how, like, what the actual lifespan is for...
Remember the armed sisters who upheld a fictitious government and sacrificed many lives.
I mean, they generally suggested that they didn't age physically so much, except their hair would turn gray, right?
They turned on their own. They didn't know better. For you, something clean. I heard about them.
Reg. Surprised they have the whole. Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Remember a philosophizing Bang Bang Fire who hated her role and was difficult to understand.
It's interesting that they didn't put Fixer's remains inside of their place.
She carried the past with her like a shadow. She was happier when she was drunk. For you, something funny. I wouldn't mind something funny.
Okay, there's no more on this layer. I think the rest of them are all on the first floor. Like, there's one more on the second floor? How the hell did I... Oh, it's real tiny. Wait. Now I'm seeing two on the second floor. Is it a troll that the freaking... They put the last thing in the game in the freaking hub zone and you have to find all these, like, hard to find...
Remember an unflinching bartender who tended to libation the way she tended to revolution. She chose not to be careful. She was shot in the back. For you, something sacred. A hero, it sounds like.
The other one, oh, it's right, it's over there, but hopefully we... Ah, there we go.
Remember a shy Jiao who stood in the same spot her whole life, giving away empty pages of memorabilia. She loved her function. She
That was
died
candy.
standing at the ready. For you, something wild.
Something sweet, I would have said. Personally. Oh, sorry, cherry. I said candy. I guess I didn't remember her good enough. I think it's first floor now. I think if you're just... You have a million hours to waste and you're just sitting alone and you're like going through... It's maybe not the worst thing in the world that you're just going around and you're... You know, talking to a bunch of NPCs. But, that's often not what I'm doing. Did I already do this one?
Remember a teenager
Oh, I didn't.
who fled her home with a full backpack and a picture in her pocket. She couldn't find happiness. She missed her parents. For you, something old. I feel as if I know her.
And for you, some pizza. Let's see.
Remember a stubborn and brash fixer who discovered
Wait, why is her
our
couch
first
over here?
forms of flight and disappeared. She could not sleep through the night. She struggled with words. For you, something secret. Words can be hard sometimes.
There's two more. Surprised there isn't one in Watcher's apartment. That she has for some reason instead of her own like private colored room like the other sisters have. Oh. Oh wait, I already did that. That one's over there, we can kind of see it. Are you saying that there's some like experiential reason why like it's better for the game overall because the hub is very confusing? It's just especially so right now because it's so empty and it's different looking than it was before. Surprised this doesn't count. Unless I already looked at that one. Here we go.
Remember a tight-lipped and two-faced knower whose sacrifices outlived her. She made enemies over and over. She was not for the faint of heart. For you, something soft. So
For
many
you, a
enemies.
knuckle sandwich. That's what she should have said for knower. that way. I tried the map, it wasn't helping me. Some game maps I just can't figure out, and that's one of them. So that's funny that they added it to help people, but for me it just didn't help at all. Oh, this must be healer.
Remember a tired and indulgent healer who thrived in her late years as a cultural icon. She was petty. She was honest. For you, something sparkling. I'm a big fan. What's it like to be a legend?
Yeah, I did it.
To this day, I wonder, what if I had chosen
Well, some
differently?
game maps work great for me, but then other game maps I just can't figure out.
A sister once said to me, don't think too hard. It's bad for the brain. I can confirm that.
Your sisters. I've heard so much about them.
What would they say now?
I think they would want you to forgive yourself.
For what? I didn't do anything.
There is forgiveness.
How dare you insinuate that?
And then there is the gravity of consequence.
You did what you had to do.
I did. There's one last sight I want you to see. In the cave, where there used
Oh
to be
gosh,
a
darn it.
waterfall.
I saw that already.
Please.
That's where Principal is. Let's see if we didn't annihilate Principal, we wouldn't have gotten this final gravesite to visit. Yeah, I actually found it.
Remember a lying and leading principal who tried to be a better mother than her own. She chose not to regret her damage. She chose to be in pain. For you, something merciful. All we can do is try, right?
Oh, look. Was she standing like that?
I left so many things behind here. Maybe there's still more to leave. How about you?
Do you want to stay behind? I'll make you a really good memorial, I swear.
Anything you care to keep here?
I'd like to leave a picture.
Of what?
Friend of a place of a time.
A friend.
It will be here for you, if ever you're back to visit. Are you ready to return to the others?
I'm ready.
I am.
Blue to ephemeral. Blue to ephemeral. Ready for retrieval.
This is Ephemeral. Message received, Blue. On our way to rendezvous.
Maybe you'll write something for me one day. After all, there are more yesterdays to come.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem far away. Now it looks as though Zhao's here to stay. Hey, look, they emerged from the Pacific Ocean. She immediately shrivels up due to the disease. Hey, look. It's Iris. Still wearing those freaking giant platform shoes. We did it. We beat the sunset visitor. You didn't think I was gonna be able to beat the final boss like that, did you? It's funny how many voice actors... Oh, they don't know what Sunny Daydream Chen, who they were voiced by? Oh wait, no, that was the voice actor. Whoops. What would I rate this game? Oh, I don't know. I don't usually rate games by number scale because games can be so different from each other. It's definitely an interesting game. You know, it's always interesting to have like a game that kind of introduces you to a world with its own history and like religion, and then kind of showing you where that came from and showing you how different people respond to like tradition and history and different people in power, how they... I was expecting them to show a little bit more about the outcome from your decisions, but I guess the epilogue kind of insinuates that there's kind of a hopeful future, at least. Sleepy Kong is here. Finally, he's here for you. It's the last member of the J Reviews crew. Double O so strong, it isn't funny. Can make a Kremlin cry out for mummy. The dance party was something else. No worries, Sleepy. I hope you had a good night. You give it 1,000 out of 10. Oh, you really liked the 2-fac, huh? You and Sword, because I know Sword really liked it. I know, I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely an interesting game. You know, because there's what I was saying before with the whole new like society and like how it got the way it did and had the changes that happen over time, but also the whole cosmic entity alien things, how they show up and how they kind of like basically what they were actually doing and what they like. That's kind of what I was thinking. I did it was kind of what I was figuring, like, you know, sometimes it's like humans are trying to figure out what these, you know, these godlike beings are doing and how we can appease them or stop them or fight them, and really it was they weren't they weren't like, it was a complete misunderstanding. Oh look, Dread XP apparently has something to do with this. 2 pets. One of them's Takoyaki. That's a good name for a pet. They're both cats. Or Takoyaki isn't a cat? Only Ender? I don't know. But yeah, I kind of figured it was more like, yeah, the aliens, where they were like these super powerful beings, but it wasn't necessarily that they were trying to do anything with, like, they were just like, they didn't know what was going on either. They were also just kind of curious and trying to figure Earth out. But wow, Sword, that's really cool that like the game made you feel that way, because it's, you know, really special for that to happen when something can really, when something could just get you that good. You're saying that all of this was just a metaphor for Corvid? Oh, I think it's a little more than that. I mean, there's a lot of, obviously there's layers to the game. I could see that being one of the, obviously, I mean, they're wearing masks. There's a disease. You know, that I could see definitely how that was influenced by the pandemic. But there's also a lot of other stuff going on as well. Did they ever explain the disease? I just realized. Maybe I missed it, but now that you brought that up again, I don't know that they, was it just the presence of the cosmic beings that were poisoning people? Is that basically what you're supposed to come to understand? It was initially organized as a theater group. Oh, that's how they were getting the memories. Oh, they're freaking, oh, it was freaking Brainiac. That's literally Brainiac, because his whole thing is he wants to record the entire universe, but the only way to do that is to kill or destroy everything, because after he records it and he kills it, then there can't be anything new to record. I don't think they were necessarily trying to kill them on purpose, though, but yeah, a little similar to that. That was just kind of what ended up happening. But that's funny that it started as a theater group, especially because there is a theater group in the game that you run into a few times. Yeah, definitely an interesting game for sure. And obviously they were doing a lot for the budget they had as well. Like they used it in a good way. Like, if you're gonna do a story that would require to use a lot of the same models, like that's kind of like maybe the best way that you could have done that. Alright, I want to wrap up now. Thank you. I'll have to put up the Patreon post for the poll tomorrow, because we're gonna do a whole new poll. And yeah, I might join you guys in the voice chat. Just give me a moment to like get a drink and stuff and catch my breath. But that's it for tonight. Thank you all for joining, and hope you have a good start to your week, and I'll catch